KJ, I'm sure we'll get to the background stuff a little bit, but start with your first regular season game. Nerves? How'd you think you did? What was Monday like?
Monday was great. I was excited to get out there. I wasn't nervous at all. I'm a pretty middle guy. You know, I don't get too high or don't get too low. I don't try to overthink it or underthink any situation in life, and that's just how I am. And I felt like I was prepared for Monday, you know, with being with these guys in the summer and just getting adjusted to the college level, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that. And I felt comfortable out there. I can say I got a lot of compliments saying that I didn't look like the typical freshman, and, you know, I appreciate that. But I try to prepare myself, you know, for any level, any new situation, and I felt like I was truly prepared for Monday.
Shots, outside shots. Did you feel that? I mean, is that normally a big part of your game? What would you describe your offensive skills to be?
My offensive skill, I feel like I can score on 3 levels. I can play in the mid-range, I can finish at the rim, and I can knock down the three ball as well. And I just feel like I have this knack for, you know, just making plays for others as well. You know, I have the knack to score the ball as well. I scored, you know, 1,000 points in 42 games in high school, so I feel like I have a pretty good knack at putting the ball in the hole.
Your background a little bit then. Obviously, we know you signed with Drake. Were you that, I don't want to say enamored, did you like Coach DeVries that much that you were going to go to Drake with him, and then when he came here, it's like, okay, I'm definitely coming here? Explain how that went when you found out he was leaving.
So, yeah, I was excited to play for Coach DeVries at Drake, and I know that he was a winner, and I was a winner, and I loved the way he coached. He seemed calm when he was coaching the guys, and I was just truly excited to go in that situation with him, and it was a pretty easy decision to come here with him, you know, him being a winner as well, and how they recruited me, you know, my 11th grade summer, and the relationship I built with them. And I was truly, you know, I felt like he had my best interest at heart and for my development on this level, so it was a great decision for me to come here and follow him.
Back in your mind, you always want to play at a Power 5, Power 4 school, or were you know, hey, Drake's best for me? What was that like?
And, you know, being an undersized kid and coming up and playing high school ball and, you know, always being doubted, I just wanted to play Division I basketball, to be truly honest with you, and for them to give me the opportunity at Drake. You know, I feel like every kid wants to play at the highest level, and that's everybody's dream. But to be honest, I just want the opportunity given on a Division I level, because I know if I had to work my way up from mid-major, I was going to get here at some point. But, you know, I just felt like whatever level I was going to be prepared for it. And yes, I'm going to be honest, yes, I would love to start off at it. It is a great position, starting off at a high Division I level, and especially if you won't have aspirations for playing in the NBA and playing professional, I feel like, yes, Power 5 is where it's at. Yes, sir.
KJ, obviously going into this game, Frank Martin, his reputation is to have the gritty, tough, physical teams. It sounds like that's what Coach is trying to instill into this program. Can you kind of just take us through things that he does to make this a physical team, maybe things he says or drills, or how does he make you guys tougher, I guess, is the question.
Well, you know, when we're playing against each other and competing, no fouls, you know, we're playing tough, you know, so we boxing out every day, working on boxing out, and just being tough and just being fearless, just keep constantly instilling in us that, you know, don't worry about the refs, just go out there and play, and, you know, just to be together and be strong and be physical. And, like, we know we're not the tallest team or the biggest, you know. You have guys like me, like, I'm not the biggest, but you got to go out there and play like I'm 6'5", or play strong and play fearless. So, you know, we know coming in we're not going to be the biggest team every night. So we know we have to win on a defensive rebound, and we know we have to box out and rebound and be strong. So that's our mindset going into every game.
Ken, obviously, when you say a team is physical, obviously you think of, you know, big, strong, football-looking guys, but can it also be a frame of mind?
I believe so, you know, especially on the defensive end. I feel like if you want to guard somebody, it's your mindset. And wanting to guard them and wanting to box out, it's all a want-to, I believe. You can be as strong as you can be. You can be 6'5", but I'm going to box you out. Regardless, I have to get the rebound. And I think it's very much a mindset thing, because you can have all the intangibles, but if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it.
So, Ken, is this a tough team, or is it a work in progress still?
I feel like we're a pretty tough team. Yeah, okay. You know, I feel like my guys are ready for whatever comes. Whatever adversity is, we're going to bounce back and we're going to face it head on.
KJ, if you can go back to the whole coaching change thing with DeVries, he's got a lot going on when he changed his job, so I'm guessing maybe didn't get a phone call for a couple of days or a text or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. But like, was there, and then, is anybody going to call me? Am I going to have my spot at Drake? Could I, like, what goes on there? I have no idea, not being in your shoes.
So, of course you hear the things that, when a coach is winning on a certain level, you hear rumors about them leaving or whatever. And, once the situation happened, I definitely received a phone call from him. And he gave me the open invitation to come here and follow him. And, of course, it took some time, to see how pieces move, I was recruited by Tom Osham, so to see where he was thinking, and so it took time. But my mind was set here. I'm a pretty loyal guy, so once Coach DeVries offered me the invitation to come follow him, it was a no-brainer for me because my mindset was I was going to play for him anyway, so why not follow him to this level?
How quickly did he call you?
I want to say like maybe 2-3 days after receiving the job.
Okay. And then, did you find that there was more interest when he left? Because, I mean, you were Mr. Basketball. You were not the year before, right? So things changed, and all of a sudden, this guy's pretty good. Was there a tension there after the coaching change that maybe hadn't been there before?
I definitely received some phone calls from certain schools, certain things, but my mindset was pretty. I didn't want to, communicate with certain coaches because I was kind of pretty set, and I had already built a relationship with Coach DeVries and Tom Osham, and I was, man, for him, I took it, as like a great compliment for him to want me to follow him to this level because it's a different level than, playing in the Missouri Valley Conference. This is Power 5 Big 12, Yeah, so for him to say I have an open invitation to follow him, it meant the world to me, to be honest.
What did you know about here?
I want to say I didn't know too much. I knew about Tavon Austin watching his highlight films of football, so I knew about Tavon Austin and Javon Carter. Obviously, yeah, I watched, but I didn't know much at all. I just knew it was far away from home. That's all I knew. But
what did your family say when you said you were coming?
Man, my mom, she was pretty worried. She was pretty worried how far I was going away from home. But we all knew that if it was the best situation for me, that we was all gonna be on the same page. And regardless how far it was away from home, but if it was the best situation for me in my career, then we was gonna do it.
Well, Memphis to Nebraska is it haul too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just going the other way, right?
Yeah, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
That's one thing. Go ahead. How beneficial has it been competing against Javon and Yesufu, guys that have a wealth of experience?
Man, it's been great. It's kind of a great situation to walk into. Get the experience going against. See where your game is at. The biggest adjustment coming in is can you play on this level and can you take the physicality? Can you still do the same things you did in high school? And I feel like I've learned a lot from Javon, just seeing his pace on this level, how he uses his body. Even Joe, just coming to me, telling me to stay confident. Treat the season like it's a normal game, it's another game. And don't think too much of it, and just go in and be myself.
It's one thing for a freshman to come in and just make contributions, get on the floor a little bit. It's another one to do it at point where you've got obviously some more on your plate. Did all of those preseason things you were talking about, did it have you pretty confident going into Monday night, or were you saying, let's see how this works?
Yes, sir. I would say it definitely had me confident. Just being able to see where my game is against these guys on this level. I'm playing against some seniors there, older guys, and I felt like my game was, could work on this level, going against them guys in practice and just watching film and just noticing that, not much has changed for my game. Like I'm feeling the same. I'm feeling very confident, and it definitely helped me coming into Monday because I feel like I can play on this level, and I feel like I can help this team win some games.
Size and maybe strength the biggest adjustment you've had to get used to at this level? Or what is the biggest adjustment, if not those?
It's a tough one. To be honest, I really think that I really like the physical side of things. I've always been small, so I don't think it was nothing I had to get adjusted to. But I feel like probably just being able to play a 40-minute game and just your body getting used to that, because it's it's than high school. You play 8-minute quarters. It's a different level. It's a different physicality, and just the game is like this. So it's a different. I'd say just getting adjusted to actually playing in the games. I think that would be my biggest adjustment. But I feel like I would take that as well too. I've done a pretty good job, I feel like, in life, just adjusting to new situations and just being myself regardless of what's going on.
Okay, the thing that's kind of interesting is obviously it looks like so far early on you've made a fast transition. You could say the same for Powell, too. I mean, another freshman, obviously different position.
Yes, sir.
But the fact that you guys are both freshmen, and it looks like it's been going pretty well for both. Can you just kind of talk about how, you know, that doesn't happen all the time for freshmen, and you guys are making it look pretty good so far.
Man, Powell, that's my guy, and we're very tight, and we roommates too. So we go home, we talk about practice and transition and all that. But I feel like we've done a great job transitioning to this level. And, you know, of course, coming in, you know, you're trying to feel it out, like coming in the summer workouts, you're figuring how to play on this level. But, man, the strides we've made since the summer is kind of shocking to us. You know, of course we believe in each other, we believe in ourselves, and, you know, to see where we are and to see the things we're doing right now, I know it's, you know, I just thank God every day for, you know, giving us this talent and giving us this opportunity to be here, because, you know, some freshmen, they take a little longer to get adjusted to, and the fact that we made up this time, and we know some people look at us as we've been playing college basketball for a while, so, you know, it's just amazing.
The conversations you have now is like, oh yeah, this isn't as hard as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you know, of course it's that, you know, you feel like, but, you know, it'll be some ups and downs, and we'll be prepared for it, and when it comes, we'll just take it head on and be prepared for the next.
Among your opportunities, you got a chance to go to Europe this summer, Italy, especially. Had you been overseas before? What did you think of that? What was the most favorite thing you got to do?
No, I have never been overseas. It was definitely a wonderful time, you know, to bond with some guys, you know, we just met, you know, just spend time with them. And, you know, I didn't get to play over there, but just to be able to go see something different. You know, basketball allows us athletes to see some things that we wouldn't see if we didn't play basketball. So, you know, I just want to thank God for that too as well. Like, just to be able to go over there and say I went to Italy, it was amazing. But, you know, I would say the thing that it wasn't the best was the food. That was to me though. That was to me. But you know, just being able to go see the buildings and see the history over there was pretty cool. And I would love to go back overseas and see some more things like that. I wasn't a big fan of it, but maybe I'll go back and try something else, and maybe I like it. So, but it wasn't the best.
Anything new you tried you did like? Coach DeVries said you guys were pretty picky.
Yeah, we were very picky. You know, so it was a lot of times we had those team dinners and we just looking around at each other, just looking at each other, waiting to go to the hotel. But, you know, it was a great experience, man. It was a great experience.
As ease as you were on the court, it seems like you're just as comfortable in here.
Yes, sir.
Again, kind of rare for a freshman. A lot of experience with that in high school and Memphis basketball scene. Is your personality? Where's that come from?
You know, in Memphis, we don't have much media, so, you know, the guys, we have certain interviews. We have I maybe did, you know, 3 maybe like in senior year, but like, I think what helped me was just practicing with my family, honestly. Like, we always believed that I would get to this level and I would be in front of cameras, and my mom and dad, sister, brother interviewing me like I'm talking to you guys, and just being able to have a conversation and just truly be myself. You know, I am who I am. Like, I'm not going to change regardless of what's going on, and I'm a pretty calm person. I don't get too emotional. I'm not emotional. So on the court, you're just gonna see me smiling because I'm always happy. I had this saying that if I'm alive, there's no such thing as a bad day. You know, there's no such thing. I'm alive. Somebody didn't wake up today, and I have another opportunity to go attack my dreams and, you know, do something new. You know, but yeah, this is who I am, and this is who I will always be, regardless. I have a terrible game or a great game. I will be the same regardless.
Any questions your family asked you that took you by surprise that you weren't expecting?
Nah, you know, actually it's pretty the same. It's crazy that, you know, I had some, you know, athletes in my family, but never had got to this level. And, you know, it's new to all of us. It's new to all of us, but, you know, the questions are pretty much the same. I was very prepared for this opportunity right here and having interviews. So I would thank my family for, you know, just preparing me for this, because, you know, some people have trouble talking to people, but I just look at it as a conversation with cameras. It's a conversation with cameras.
They probably asked you better questions.
Nah, I think y'all definitely got some great cameras. Definitely got some great cameras. Definitely got some great questions, for sure.
It's about Memphis, I'm sure your family. Anything else of that area? Gus's Chicken?
Gus, I guess Gus Chicken.
There,
Yeah, Gus Chicken is pretty good, but, I just think the biggest thing, it's just being around my family all day, just being around, just having those interactions, But the city of Memphis runs through me, and that's where I get my grit and grind from, being fearless, not scared of anything. But, yeah, it's a long way from home, but, if I feel like I wanted to achieve my goals, this was the place to be.
Best interviewer in your family was who?
My mom is pretty good. Pretty good. My mom's pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Definitely my mom. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.